Hey, welcome back. So in this series, we are comparing ChatGPT with a new search engine that came up, which is you.com. So in you.com, all you need to do is click on youchat here. So side by side to your search engine, you also have a real-time bot which responds back to you. So before we actually start with ChatGPT and u.com limitations, so let's actually look at what ChatGPT can do and why u.com addresses some of the limitations of ChatGPT. So u.com is like Google or Bing, uh, which is just a search engine which allows you to do basic searches like what you can do in a Google, but in a more conversational way. So you can ask them queries, basically that in a conversational way. Google returns a list of links back to you, but here you get the actual context of data back. And the two goals which u.com talks about, what they are planning to address are, uh, so the two major things which u.com intends to solve as per them is, one, they want to make it more intuitive, helpful and faster. The second one is they want to make this more reliable than probably ChatGPT, because I don't see any other tool that's available in the market. So LLM are nothing but large language models that represent basically an AI advancement and promise to transform domains through artificial intelligence via knowledge abilities. So basically you helps you to do that. And once you goes live, let's look at what it can do and what are the limitations of u.com. So before we do that, the first limitation you really need to be aware of ChatGPT is, it does, if you ask questions about today to ChatGPT, it has no knowledge. So if you look at my presentation here, that's what I've added here. So no new knowledge of the current world. It has only limited knowledge of events in the current world after 2021. So u.com claims it's more real time, so it can know more about it. So let's ask a query for this. Where was 2022 FIFA World Cup held? Okay, let's test what they claim is correct or not. Who won the FIFA World Cup held in Qatar? Okay. Unfortunately, losing to France. Okay. What happened in FIFA World Cup final? I am not sure this is correct. Was held on. I think it was between France and Argentina. So was it not between France and Argentina? I am not sure. So this data is incorrect as far as I know it. So I don't know if it's right or wrong. Mostly think it's wrong, because from whatever I've seen, I thought Messi and Mappe scored goals. So I don't think it was Croatia. So okay, never mind. So this is what you can do, and let's also look at some capability of what this can do. Like I've already mentioned, one is the language model of ChatGPT can return incorrect data. It won't know it. This is also returning incorrect data. I don't see much difference there. So real-time events, I don't know the accuracy of data this is providing. So it may be right. It's most likely wrong in my scenario. And let's look at another use cases. Let's look at some use cases where we want to probably test this. right? So one is learn about recent events. Probably this didn't go well. And answer questions that traditional search engine can't. Okay, so let me test this. Which city has more population? Let me ask Kansas or San Jose. Okay, so this, what, Kansas has larger population? I don't know if this is right or wrong. Let me ask a similar question here. Which city has more population, Houston or Paris? And what's the source for this data? Okay, and is this the latest source? Okay, so I don't know if this is right or wrong, but it seems to be claiming it's probably right. So let's actually test this on a puzzle to check its logical reasoning. So I'm trying to see how, let's actually test its logical reasoning skills. So I'm trying to ask, okay, so Bob has two sons and John and Jay, right? And has Jay has one brother and a father, and father has two sons, and Jay's brother has a brother and a father. So now the question comes to, who is Jay's brother? So you know the answer, it's John, but let's see if this is able to generate it. And can you draw the relationship graph? No, not for that. So can you draw the relationship graph for John, Jay and Bob? Okay, never mind. It's not able to do this task. Yeah, but it was able to at least tell the right answer. So I think this one is probably okay. So it was okay on this one. Or let me highlight it in color. That would probably be better. So if I go back to this and let me mark this in red, it's not so good at this one. And this one I would give it credit. So probably it did it right. And let's now move to mathematical equations. So I'm going to test a mathematical equation here, a line parallel to y equal to, you can ask anything, you can ask integration, multiplication or addition, whichever you understand in math. You can test it out on this. I will be attaching the URL for this, and we already know how to start a bot here. So you know this, you know how to get the solution. And after this, then what is the y coordinate of the point where this line crosses y-axis? So let's see if it's able to give. The answer should be y to be 6. So whenever the value of it has to give me an answer here. Okay, so the y coordinate to point is 0. Yeah, whenever it's 0, it matches. So sounds good. So it was able to get it. And let's also test some other stuff here. So let me actually ask something. Okay, so give me some New Year plans. Give me some New Year's Eve party plans in San Jose or Bangalore. Okay, and can you list budget for parties on New Year's Eve to the events listed above? So let's see if it's able to give me that. And where do I buy tickets for this events? Yeah, it's able to get some data there, so pretty decent. So I would basically say it did well on this one. So yeah, this too it probably did decent, so I'm gonna give credit for it probably here. Or learn a new language model. So let me actually try to ask it. So in Hindi, how do you say I love you? Okay, and how do I say Merry Christmas in Spanish? Okay, and can you tell me in French? Okay, how to say Happy New Year in let's say German? Okay, so yeah, even with some typo, it's able to identify it. So that's pretty good. So let's actually see. Write a song for me on basically losing loved one. Okay, so write a song for me for Christmas, which is not there on internet. Okay, so if you are a potential movie writer or a lyricist, you can comment on this and tell me if this sounds right or if it's already there, because I don't know much about that specific one, but I'm gonna give it credit for this too. So having said that, then the next part basically is the whole point of comparing this versus ChatGPT is it's a language model. What it claims is more real time with higher accuracy and relevancy. So like any artificial intelligence, it also has ongoing pitfalls, and one of them basically is misinformation. So the company claims the more you use it, you get more targeted, better results, and I am not sure how good it is. So we'll have to try it out for a couple of days and probably do some benchmark tests on you and ChatGPT to compare the performance on some data. And that's all I had. And thank you for joining.